gentlemen, and welcome to another fantastic weekend of Formula One racing here on the EGL Extreme Gaming League. I'm Tipsy Bob, and joining me on the mic is my trusty sidekick and my good friend, Dad Bats. Covering all the action today, we're going to be covering everywhere from Monaco, Singapore, Abu Dhabi, and Bahrain, all across the world, all across the country. We have a full grid lined up, some of the best talent around the world. We have plucked them from all corners of the earth to give you some of the greatest racing experience footage you'll ever see in your lifetime. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the EGL. There we go, once and all the cars are all lining up on the grid. They're all getting ready. The drivers will be focusing on their first corner. How are they going to take it? What are they going to do? Is they going to go deep? Are they going to go? Who knows? Let's take it out and away we go! DRS is still active, and if Timo wants to get this moved on, he's gonna need to use this DRS zone because I have a feeling. Oh no, Timo, cancel the pressure in the traction zone. I tried to round up another overtake on 23 trademark. This is round 3.
And Timo are oh, he hits that pit! Oh no! Oh my god, this so sorry, control myself. So Timo
So what we gotta penalty too, so they can stand at the back together again, just like Timo likes it.
how many times did you see how many times Timo tried to get into the pit?
Hello ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We're going to go straight into the race. I have Ocean Chief here on comms with Sunny Jim in the commentary box. So welcome to the stream. It's the first race at Baku for SLR this week. It's the 8th round in Tier 4 and it's looking pretty good weather-wise out there as we see the guys on track. We've got a bunch of familiar names, some new names to add to the growing list of drivers looking to make their entry into the SLR league racing world. So Sonny, we have had a pretty we did our research yesterday. We had a race at Baku into SRL Tier 3. What was your kind of takeaway from that?
Yeah, so I think this track is prone for many incidents to happen, so your strategy needs to be flexible. So I think we'll have some diversification perhaps with the strategy. You can do one stop with soft hard, you can do two stop, and I think two stop is more flexible in terms of being able to pit under the safety car and having more race pace. So yeah, I'm interested what the drivers prepared strategy-wise, if we will maybe even see someone try soft medium. with one stop.
Yeah, safety cars are always, you know, looming around the next corner at Baku. We had 3, I think, in total yesterday, and a bunch of VASCs as well.
Yeah, I think it was 2.
2, yeah, well,
Yeah.
it felt like a lot more to me at the time, but I was thankful of those safety cars because I had a few incidents that normally would put you out of the race, but I was able to come back into it because of the safety car, so can go against you, but can also
Oh, wait,
save you
sorry
as well.
to interrupt you, but we have Kebab crashing in the castle section. And I just hope he won't interrupt other drivers that are on a lap. He has Ferrari behind him. So this is...
Oh yeah.
I think it was Crystals. So Crystals looks like he's already out of the session.
Yeah, he got stuck behind Kebab there, so there was a bit of a tangle up at Castle.
Unfortunate for him.
Yeah, so he's out. He's actually one of the main strongest contenders in this Tier 4, so that's going to be interesting to watch him make his way from the back. He usually is on the podium in these Tier 4 races, so that's going to be an interesting watch. As we, I'm watching Nico here. He's on an out lap, so let's see if we can find someone who's actually on a lap. If you guys here are opting to go out on their first run on mediums, which isn't a bad move, gets you that kind of warm up hot lap, and I would say all these guys are going to go on softs eventually. It's just ooh, and he cuts that penultimate curb.
Yeah, I think you need to do a lap on softs eventually because the track position is somewhat important here, and you don't benefit as much from starting on mediums because yeah, the soft medium or medium soft is like on the limit, and you want those starting positions. And maybe I would even make an argument that you shouldn't start on the mediums because you might want to have 2 sets of mediums for the race.
Yeah, and definitely bought actually not a bad lap there, a 40.5, but I think by the end of this session that's going to be outside the top 10 that kind of time. I think we're going to be looking at 39s and possibly maybe a
Maybe
38.
I think yeah, the drivers like Crystals, Ace Boy, definitely, but I mean maybe we'll see a 38 today. I mean also from experience, this track is really, I would say, temperature dependent, so if the track temperature is really optimal you will gain few tenths, and the track is quite long, so you also need to be quite consistent throughout the lap, so many places to mess up.
Yeah, and
especially the castle.
yeah, if you get a bit of damage, I mean it's not too bad, but if you get any more damage than just, let's say, light green or maybe a light yellow, it's pretty much game over. It just impacts on the rest of your lap. I mean, that final chicane on that start-finish straight, with a front wing damage, it is very tricky to avoid the wall there. So we saw that yesterday. A bunch of guys with front wing damage trying to make up for that fast chicane, and it just did not work out for them. So
yeah, and same goes when your tires are quite old. It's easy to lose grip there.
yeah, and we'll just talk about some of these drivers, the reserve drivers. We've got Fortune Hunter making his return. He's been on hiatus for a while. I just think the times of the races haven't suited him, but he's making it for this one. But it looks like he's done 2 laps on those mediums, so he's obviously just getting up to speed in that Mercedes car. 143.1 on mediums isn't the greatest lap I've seen, but hopefully he'll put a set of softs on by the end. Beige Luke actually goes P1, 39, first of the 39.8s. Who else? We've got a bunch of guys have yet to set a time for whatever reason. Philo is out on a lap at the minute, so let's run on board with him as he makes his way towards the dreaded castle section. Even as whenever I'm driving, I tend to like, yeah, my butt cheeks tend to clench up pretty tight as I make my way through this. And it's no different when I'm watching someone else do it, apparently, because
yeah, it can be terrifying, especially if your eyes are closed.
Yeah, like at times it's like millimeters away from the wall.
And if you actually risk it, and if you have some balls to take it with carrying a lot of speed, you will benefit from it massively. So it's like high risk, high reward, I would say, in that section.
Yeah, I watched Iceland's hot lap. If you haven't seen that, go and take a look at that. That's the way he takes castle section. He just throws the car in, and it's like, oh my word. If I did that, I would die 100%. But
And let's see what time this Philactit is set. I'm following his first lap. Looks like 41, so middle of the pack for now.
yes, he's got the lap on the board. That's the main thing. A 141.2.
So we will have Mehmet TV, who is P2 right now, starting his lap in a second. So might I also want to follow him. He's definitely can get into 39s if he improves by less than a tenth of a second.
Yeah, and I was just going for the kind of the reserves there as well. We got Bajarn as his first SLR league race. He is a Swedish driver. I know he hasn't got the... Oh, I just saw someone go off in the turn 1 there. It was like, who is that? Danny, 2SRL Danny?
I think he was just making room to Mehmet TV, who was behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I was saying, Bajarn, yeah, he's got SRL at the front of his name, and he's not dyslexic. There is actually a league called, I think it's the Swedish Racing League, which I tried to join, and they told me that I wasn't Swedish, and I tried to argue that I was Swedish, but they didn't believe me, so rip.
Yeah, but XTXP setting a pole for now with 39.7. So we have a change in the fastest lap of the session so far.
We do indeed. And Mehmet TV's up in his time, but only by 0.003 of a second, so he's got some time to make up in Sector 3, and you can make a lot of time up just by cutting this penultimate...
the flying curb.
Yeah, the flying curb. It's a bit of a skate. Oh, he avoids it altogether.
Oh, and Vigilurk retires actually. He was also on the lap behind Mehmet
Castle.
TV.
Yeah, Castle claims another victim.
Yeah.
Oh, and I see a McLaren getting caught up in that as well. I think that might be Till, is it? And an Alpha, so there's a pile up in Castle, it seems.
Oh, yeah, and Kebab is getting caught up again. I think Kebab was on the lap this time, and it was second time that driver pulling a Charles Leclerc slowed him down. But we have, as we speak, Mehmet TV when we are following him. He actually gained massively in Sector 3 because he caught up by like half a second in Sector 3, so he must have messed up on the previous lap there.
Yeah, 39.4, a pretty good lap from Mehmet TV. I just caught Shaka there, sorry about the crappy camera work, but I was trying to get to Shaka. He got caught up in that incident at Castle, and I think he had to take avoiding action as he completely cuts that curb.
Yeah, he just invalidated his lap, so he will still have time for one more.
Yeah, his lap was pretty much done anyway after that Castle incident, so yeah, he'll be back to the pits, put a fresh set of boots on, and hopefully he gets no traffic on his final run. It's his birthday today actually, isn't it, Shaka?
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, sir. I would sing it
Score
to you.
some points.
We would sing it to you, but we don't want it to rain. That would be awful.
Yeah, but speaking about the drivers, you mentioned Swedish drivers, but I believe we have like 5 Greek drivers on track. So also strong representative from Greece. Plenty of sim racers from there.
Yeah, I'm going to let you pronounce their names because I see we've got T... I'm going to call him T-Easy. And we've got GK. I'm not even going to say the rest of his name. I'll just call him GK. Who's the rest of the Greek guys? Is Jimmy's? Is he?
Yeah, Jimmy's, GK, Philoctitis. We have Eziroglu. Yeah, who else?
Oh, Philo. Philo, yeah.
Yeah.
Philo last race in Monaco, he had a terrible race, it has to be said.
And I think definitely Bot is also Greek, so...
This is a Greek takeover, we're turning into GRL. Oh, and Easy got a big slide on for Sector 2, so that's going to cost him, I would say.
He's still up on Delta.
Yeah, I think that might cost him a bit of time, but maybe be able to improve.
Yeah, let's see. That was a good exit. But the next corner, he was kind of late on traction. Definitely some time to save there.
Yeah,
if
it's
you
going
are
to
more
cost him.
confident.
It's going to cost him all the way up to that penultimate corner. Let's see if he's brave enough to hop the curb. No, he avoids it.
But the gap to P5 is quite small, so he doesn't need to improve by a lot to gain positions. Oh, now the Delta says that he is up by 4 seconds, so I think we'll see him pit actually.
Yeah, he might have time for another run.
Oh, and we hit a wall.
Yeah,
This
he
might be
clipped that.
damage.
Yeah, it's easy done. Easy done.
Yeah, so his wing has damage, so let's see who else we can follow. A lot of people are still in the pits. We actually have Nico finishing his lap, so let's see if he will improve. He's on the straight, and as we speak, Aceboy takes the pole again with 39.2.
Interesting.
Nico improves by almost a second, so
Not bad.
also some positions gained there.
Yeah, Aceboy won that race yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he got a podium position. I don't recall exactly which one, but if he gets a win here, I mean, it would be a back-to-back, right? Two race wins in a row.
Yep. That'd be pretty impressive stuff from Aceboy's. But yeah, Aceboy's one of the faster guys. I would say Crystals is
I
his
mean,
main rival.
Aceboy is actually the championship leader, fighting with Definitely Bot. And I think Crystals, if I recall correctly, he's the kind of driver that is consistently in the top 3 in the qualifying, but I think he just maybe cannot catch a break in the race, and he is sometimes struggling with the consistency, and I think this race will also be a challenge for him to catch up with other championship leaders like Aceboy and Definitely Bot, so hopefully he will be able to put his name on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and I'm watching Bajarn in the Ferrari. He's on an outlap here. He's got a bit of traffic
Pushing
around
through
him.
Castle. Yes, so I think we'll see a lot of drivers on the outlaps right now. Kebab is on a lap actually, so I think he's one of the few drivers that are currently on a flying laps.
Let's see how he does through the castle section here.
Oh, this is...
A bit tentative.
Yeah, this is conservative. Maybe he's not on a lap.
Yeah, it looks like he's not, but let's see.
Let's see on a Delta. Maybe he aborted the lap, but he won't have time to do another one.
Yeah, this is well, he actually would have another. He would have another.
If he has fuel, he needs to go now.
Yeah,
He
because it
cannot
looks.
pit.
He's using the RSO, and he's on overtake.
He's up 6 seconds on Delta, so maybe he's saving fuel. I'm wondering if he will pit or go for another lap.
Yeah, I mean Kebab. Yeah, I mean he does get himself into some incidents, but he is
He
pretty
needs
fast.
Yeah, definitely it is not his best, so he will also have some catching up to do. Yeah, and as I said, he's out of fuel, so he needs to pit, and he won't have time to do another lap. And I think we have another crash in the castle section, and I think it's Ignacio. Yeah, he retired there. I don't know if it was crash or if he just retired.
Yeah, Nico out as well. Bunch of guys retiring, not able to set another lap, but I'm on board with Philo at the minute. He's making his way towards the end of Sector 1. It looks pretty fast so far. Tidy. You get all these extreme right-angled corners, and it's all about braking and just getting the best possible exit onto these long straights. As he makes his way to the dreaded castle section, let's see how he does. Into third gear, and yeah, just threads it through. It really is like threading the eye of a needle. Oh, and it's so easy to do that. I've done that multiple times. So you just lose the back end. You just want to get on the traction as early as possible, and that's going to cost him a bunch of time. I can't see him improving too much. Shaka also out of this session.
Yeah, he's P10 right now. I see maybe someone will push him out so he can start on fresh tires.
Yeah,
Definitely starting a hard is a thing on this track.
Philo is out of this one.
So we have tiled setting a time jumping into P3. And Mehmet TV and XTXP they are still on a lap. So, oh, and as I say that XTXP actually takes a massive spin in Sector 1. And Mehmet TV is about to close the line, so let's see if he will be able to get the pole position. He needs to improve by 2/10. He's quite close.
Ooh.
Oh, he's almost there. He just came short with less than a tenth. Yeah, and XTXP needs to abort his lap. He is down a second on the delta. Who else? Definitely, but going on softs, his previous best lap is on mediums still.
Yeah.
So he might still want to jump into top 5 with those softs on. He's up on the delta by 1.5 seconds. So yeah, this will be quite an improvement. Definitely a chance for pole for him. So let's see if he will be able to snatch it at the very last second. The final straight for him, DRS on, using all of the battery that he has left. He's close to the finish line and he jumps into the pole. So we actually have a first 38 on the board.
I think that's it. GK as well, is he on a lap? He is actually on a lap, yeah, he's quite up in his time.
He improved also, so he pushed Shaka to P11.
Yeah, Shaka will like that nicely. Gets fresh tires for the race then. So we got a 38 at the end of at the very end of the session, but no one else able to do a 38. Respectable times though, all the way up to P8 39s, and then we've got the 2 guys in 40 range, and then we've a bunch of guys struggling to get any faster than a 41. So I mean, you know, in quali, I'm pretty bad at quali, but in the race I kind of do a lot better. So you just don't know. Baku, it does tend to throw up a lot of surprises, and we do tend to get very exciting races here. So buckle up, and I'm seeing a lot of, yeah, you're right, a lot of Greek flags in this one. Just one British guy. Look at that. Kebab representing in P17.
We also need to keep in mind that we have a couple of fast drivers in the back who just didn't manage to put a lap in quali. So I think we will see a battle in the midfield. The front is also pretty much close, all within just a couple of tenths. So it looks like a quite interesting race. Hopefully the drivers will keep it clean. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, just while the drivers are getting ready for the race, I've got the standings up there for, well, this is the 8th round of SLR Season 5. We've got Ace Boys running in first position, 109 points, but definitely Bot, who we just saw got pole there in the down moments of quali, is right behind him, 7 points behind, 102. And yeah, we've got, who is that on 69 points? I can't read that. Oh, it's Bebex, who isn't actually here today, so he's going to lose out. Crystal's 68 points, but he's at the back of the field. And Mehmet TV, P5, 59 points. Shaq's actually P8 in the standings. So
yeah, he had a P3 last race. I mean P4, so he definitely was scoring some points.
Yeah, he's been doing very well for himself lately, but let's see how he does today on his birthday. He has had a drink or two, I've heard, so I wouldn't encourage that at Baku. I mean, out of all tracks.
I mean, it can be risky, but it's still Baku. It's not Monaco, so it's not end of the world. You have some straights there. You can do a bit of weaving to create some dirty air. Yeah, but we are on a formation lap right now, definitely, but leading the pack. We're gonna see the infamous castle section once again in just a bit.
Yeah, just while this plays out formation lap, guys in chat, who do you think's going to win this one? How many finishers are we going to get, or rather, how many DNS are we going to get? There's usually quite a few.
Let's bring the bets in.
Yeah, let's go. Get the money out. But yeah, they're making their way through castle section. I mean, I always joke that this is the hardest lap of the race, the formation lap, but so far so good. Everybody's on their best behavior. Futuristic is saying 12 finishers, Satoshi 11. So they are not very confident about tier 4
Oh, well,
racing.
I mean, this is not quite optimistic approach, guys.
Terror thinks whoever makes front wings for F1 cars will be the winner of this race.
Okay, so we have Satoshi making a prediction early for podium, and I like this prediction. It's definitely both Aceboy and Shaka. I mean, Shaka is the guy that you can expect to squeeze in and gain a couple of positions because he's known to stay out of trouble. And I always know that he's always quite clean in his race pace, so
Yeah,
we see a drivers taking positions on the grid. Do you want to take it away, Chief, on this chart?
Yeah, I will indeed. But yeah, you're just saying about Shaq there. I mean, he definitely is growing into this role as league racer. I mean, it used to be you'd see Shaq on track and you'd think, oh, easy, I get past this guy, no problem. But now it's like, okay, got a fight on my hands. As everybody lines up, it looks like, yep, we've got quite a few guys still making their way to their grid positions. But everybody made it to the grid in one piece. That has to be an SLR first. Oh, my gridding host. Uh-oh, Sonny has left the session. That is not good. Uh-oh. Trouble in paradise. I will invite him in a second, but uh-oh. Yeah, so they're off, and definitely Bach is off to a pretty good start. So is all my standings are everywhere, but Ace Boys as well keeps that P2 position. Ace Boys getting a better run out of turn 1, and is he able to put a move on to Definitely Bot? He does not, but Definitely Bot seems to be struggling on these cold tires. And I see a bit of carnage at the back. Sonny, are you back with me here?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, we've got a virtual safety car, which buys me some time. Are we able to get back into the game?
Yeah, I don't know who can invite me right now, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I'll send you an invite because there's a VSC. We got off to a
Some
pretty...
technical difficulties for me. Just give me a minute.
Let's see.
This was a perfect timing.
Oh no, I can't invite you. What? Hold on a second.
I mean, I can still...
Which your Steam name is SLR, Sonny?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. I'm so slow. Sorry about this,
Yeah,
guys.
you see me here? You see me?
Yep. That should be you. And BSC is off, so we've got Definitely Bot. It was a bit of contact in the wall there, but I don't think any damage for Definitely Bot. And we'll take a quick look at position changes here. Looks like X Crystals was the biggest gainer out of that first lap. Oh, and Definitely Bot just avoiding the wall there. Carried a lot of speed over that bump. That bump can, yeah, the bump can unsettle the cars quite massively, so that's why you see a lot of guys avoiding that bump, but the braver guys tend to go over it and will gain some time, but it does unsettle the car quite a lot. It is a risky move, and we've got Fortune Hunter right at the very back here. He's got a lot of front wing damage. So, oh, and I'm seeing another bit of front wing damage coming off there, so there's some form of carnage up ahead. Definitely Bot with the fastest lap. He maintains the lead for now, but wow.
I'm back in the lobby with you, so I see some accidents going on right now.
Yeah, there's GK got caught up in that. There's a bit of a train.
Queue in the pit lane.
Yeah, GK got caught up in that. He was not pitting, but he, for some reason, was like looking as if he was going to pit behind those guys and clipped one of them. So he might have to pit. I don't see any visible damage on the car as yet, but yeah, we've got a battle up front that I am completely missing. It's Ace Boys and Definitely Bot, and it looks like Tild is right behind him, as is Mima
And
TV.
we actually had Mercedes stacking 2 cars, which will slow down Virgin Hunter a
Ace
bit.
Boys has got a run on Definitely Bot, and it's going through castle section. Ace Boys decides to back out of that one. Nicely done there. I mean, too wide. through Castle section, that would be quite impressive if able
That
to be
makes
pulled
it
up.
even more scary.
Yeah, too wide. I mean, I don't think it's even designed for two car widths.
You can
But-
sometimes not even squeeze one car, and what about two?
So definitely Bot is holding on to the lead for now, but Ace Boys is looking very pacey. And I'll just bring up the tires.
And
See-
Sheka is really close to Ignacio, because Ignacio started on hards, Sheka is on mediums, so maybe he will deploy some ERS to
Oh
jump
my
in.
word!
And we have Bayern out of the
Bayern.
race.
Yeah.
He's crushed in turn 3.
Oh my word! I saw a
Will
McLaren
it
on
bring
its
the
side.
safety car?
Okay. Did you see that McLaren? It was like sideways.
Yeah, I saw him crash, but
That
We
was
have-
something else. Oh,
we have more
oh no
cars
way!
coming in. We have the safety car out. So let's see how will this influence the strategy. We have plenty of cars pitting, some wing chains. I see definitely Bot getting a new wing, so he might be involved in some incident. And we have XTXP not pitting, staying out, deciding that the track position might be important. Maybe he was not even close to the pit entry when the safety car came out, so maybe he will still need to pit. Let's see. But actually, as we speak, Ignacio, I think he benefited from it quite a lot because he is in P2, so with the hard on, he still needs to pit once and gained massively on the track positions, while Shaka opted out to go on hards when he was on the mediums. So I think this might be a mistake from Shaka because he had mediums and he still needed maybe to do medium hard strategy instead. But he decided to go on softs later on. And Kebab is out of the section. I also missed that. I don't know if you saw anything there.
No, I did not. I'm still kind of reeling from that McLaren being sideways. I'm so gutted. I have the replay function ready to go and I didn't press it. Damn it. But yeah, Philo is another guy who decided to stay out on those mediums, which I don't think is a bad call actually. He's got himself a lot of positions for it, and we just don't know what will happen throughout this race.
Are you talking about who right now?
P3 Philo.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it's a right decision to stay out
Yeah,
when you have
100%,
mediums.
yeah.
And I think Shaka did the opposite. He was also on a free lap alt mediums, and he did pit for hard. So I think maybe we'll be able to, as the race progresses, compare when they complete their strategies, because both of the cars need to pit again. So Philoctitis, maybe he will be pitting again for mediums if he started on soft. I'll check actually on which tire did he start. Oh no, he started on mediums, so he will have to do still
Oh,
go on either.
XP is in the pits, so he's decided to come in.
Oh yeah, so actually,
He's going to come out at the last bit, pretty much, I would say, after that, so...
yeah, this is quite late. He was already following the safety car, so he's gonna drop plenty of positions, but this was expected.
And I see Chatter taking bets on who's going to get the most collisions on their safety car. It's a new one, as XTXP trying to make his way up to the pack here. Almost goes into turn 2 wall on the exit. A few guys straggling at the back. We've got Fortune Hunter, Jimmy's, and Bejeluk yet to catch the safety car. So, oh, Bejeluk hitting the wall. Oh my word.
Come on, guys. No need to hurry under the safety car.
Oh, and a lot of penalties. I haven't really been tracking these too much, but Mehmet TV,
Yeah, Mehmet TV.
5-second penalty. So there's one of your two, Terror.
His wing still looks fine, I guess. So might get away with that at least.
Yeah, so far a chaotic race, and this seems to be the way of Baku. It always throws up a lot. Oh, and the safety car lag there, almost into Ignacio. But I'm very interested to see how Philo does here. I mean, after that Monaco race, he really wants really wants some good points, just to give him a bit of confidence, as he's been struggling of late.
I mean, we are quite early into the race, but being P2 after the restart with tires that can still go long way with the option to pit for hards, he is still in this race definitely, even for top 5 finish if he keeps it up. And will we see safety car go in this lap, or will it wait for Jimmy's and BJ Luke, which are still quite behind and still have some catching up to do? It looks like the safety car is running away from Ignacio, or not really.
Yeah, usually around about now I would tell you if the safety car's in or not, so it's out for another lap.
So looks like and this was something that I was about to bring during the qualifying when we were discussing the strategies, that exactly this can happen. So safety car extends the duration and the track is so long that you need to beware of the tire temperature at the restart, and because the track is so narrow and so long, today and yesterday we are seeing plenty of incidents under the safety car happening. So yeah, everyone wants to have these tires warmed up and ready for the restart, but it's quite difficult to maintain the temperatures on track like this one. And like with all of the 90-degree corners, this can be challenging to not get brake check or not brake check the driver behind you.
Well, that explains the high track, you know, the high temperatures you get in the tires, is these 90-degree angles.
Yeah, and I think if we look at GK, he's actually still on softs, I just realized. So I'm wondering what his strategy is like, because even in safety car, the softs can wear really quickly. So he will have to pit in like, maybe he can make it to lap 9 or 10, but he'll still have to pit for hards. I'm wondering what's...
He's going to be praying for another safety car straight after this one, I think.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he wants to stretch the softs to do one stopper with mediums. This could be also an idea.
Oh, by the way, that was a joke that I tried to make there about the 90-degree corners. You know, 90 degree as in heat rather than angle.
And when I see Gurla in the chat saying sorry that I think he's crew chiefing Shaka, and when I criticize the choice of hearts, nothing to worry about, Gurla. It can still work out for you. I just kinda doubt that you can make hearts last that long, but
I believe in you, Gurla. I believe in you, even if Sonny doesn't. And we've got safety car in this lap. So let's see how Ignacio Duche wants to do this. You can still see his safety car.
He goes in quite early. I think it might be too early, with the game slowing him down quite a bit. And Philoctetes actually creates a huge gap, so Ignacio, it's quite... Oh, he's slowing down again, so I don't know. This is...
Yeah, I think the safety car put him out. Oh, and it's chaos! It's chaos, yeah. There's front wing
definitely
damage.
Both jumping on the left. We have 4 or 5 cars going into turn 1.
Oh my
then
word.
Probably plenty of... Oh,
5
and
wide.
actually Philoctetes is out of the
race.
race.
Oh no, not Philo! Philo, no!
He loses the traction. I think there was plenty of confusion going on.
God. Yeah, it was like 5 wide at one point.
I would say there were few of the illegal overtakes, because I think Philoctetes overtook Ignacio before the start-finish line. So... And we have Shaka actually involved with it.
R.I.P. Philo.
So Shaka is also in the back. He probably lost his front wing. Yeah, so no front wing for Shaka. He got caught up in that. But as we speak, we have Crystals jumping up to P2. So complete carnage. And
how is that not a safety car? My word.
I mean, yeah, we had 2 drivers going out and plenty of...
Oh, and look, X-Crystal is up to P2, what the...
Yeah, he's still fighting with Danny.
He is losing, he's lost some of his front wing though. So he has paid a price for that massive jump in position.
Oh yeah, he's missing his right end plate, so he might still need to pit for hards in just a few laps, because you don't want to do too many laps on... I mean, without the wing, right?
Yeah, P1 and P2 both carrying damage, yep. And let's see how they do for this fast chicane. Ace Boys manages okay. Oh, and it looks like Danny's got a good run on X Crystals here. So, oh, Danny actually tapping the wall there as he came out. He looks
Yeah,
pretty
but he's
feisty.
deploying quite a lot while Crystals is saving his battery. He's entering the pit just now, so he will go on hards and he will try to make them last till the end probably.
Oh, Danny's actually left the game, so
Oh,
maybe
the Danny left the session.
maybe-
Yeah, maybe this is a disconnect, so
Yeah,
I will
maybe-
try to set him invite.
yeah, until 5-second penalty, he's pitted as well. So has T Easy. Fortune Hunter up to P8 currently. Not too bad from him. So a big shake up in the field. Shaka down in the last now after that 5 wide incident turn 1. So I think you're right, Shaq. What has happened is the front runner, I can't even remember who was at the front at the time.
It was Ignacio on the restart.
Yeah, Ignacio just misjudged it. He went too early, and then the game slowed him down, and that meant everybody behind him caught up. And yeah, that was one of the messiest restarts I've seen in SLR. I don't know about you, Sonny, but oh, and Danny, yeah, Danny has been overtaken by Definitely Bot. So Danny is not currently in this session.
Yeah, he's getting back into the game, so he will still have some fighting to do. Yeah, and as I say that he is back in with us, he's still fighting for podium, so he didn't miss out on a lot, hopefully. Oh, and look how close the BJ Luke was to the wall. That was almost the end plate gone for him.
Yeah, you only get away with that a few times to avoid getting trim wing damage. Danny is yet to take control of the car. Oh, he is. Danny's back in the car, but he is now under attack from Bejeluk.
And Danny is out of the battery, so he has only 15% left. So there is no way he can defend from that. But Bejeluk is also very low on ERS, so it will be a battle of nutrition. And as we speak, XTXP sets the fastest lap.
And DRS has enabled this lap, so we are now into the first DRS zone of the lap, and got quite a DRS trend here from P2 to P8. It looks like.
Yeah, and I think we have like the top 10. Look how bunch up the cars are, and I think the bigger winner of all of this carnage is Ace Boy. As I was about to say that he will have a perfect clean air till end of the race, most likely. He just lost a front wing end plate, so, and he's massively losing time to Definitely Bot, and he will have to pit again. I think he clipped the wall or something.
I think that's from that first that safety car restart, because yeah, I noticed that.
No, I think he was like almost 4 or 5 seconds ahead, and he's losing time to Definitely Bot right now.
Yeah, he definitely is. It's gonna hurt him.
And BJ Luke again almost hitting the wall. He likes to live on the edge. Every time I say it, I see my blood pressure increasing.
But he definitely has got a full tank of VRS, so he might be able to hold off this. But I mean, Bejeluk actually, he's got the overspeed already without DRS being opened, and DRS is activated. You heard the beep there, and this is done by the.
Definitely Bot is saving quite a lot of battery, so I'm wondering if this was on purpose from like the strategic point of view, that he wants to have some slipstream when he's driving on hards. Because if you look at Definitely Bot, he's almost at full battery, and BJ Luke is almost 0. So yeah, and as I say, that Definitely Bot starts deploying, so I think maybe he wants to drive a bit behind. And also Flash River is pointing out in the chat that Fortune Hunter, who started last in the quali, he is in P8 fighting for P7 with Jimmy's.
Oh, and as you mentioned that, he's no front wing, so he's had an issue somewhere. Looks like turn 2.
Yeah, looks like there was a crash, and we have VSC.
So Flash River cursed Fortune Hunter there by complimenting him. Never compliment a driver in a league race.
Yeah, the commentator curse is real.
Only bad things will happen to that person. So
I'm wondering if someone will pit, but we have no one even close to the pit lane, so We
Oh, Shaka, drive-through penalty on speeding under VSC. As Fortune Hunter lets a bunch of drivers pass, he is not very confident about going through Castle with that lack of front wing. But yeah, he was doing pretty well. But I mean, this race isn't over. You know yourself, Sonny, from yesterday. It's
yeah,
never
definitely.
give up, never give up.
Even if it means you just getting just 1 or 2 points, it's still worth it in the long run.
Oh.
It's still better than not finishing. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we got a position change, P2 on P3, so definitely Block gets that move back. And you're right, he had a lot of ERS stored up there, and it paid off as he's back up to P2 and able to run away here. He's able to deploy some of that ERS and hold off Bejeluk, maybe build up a 1 second gap for the start
Yeah, and
finish.
we have Ezreal and Crystals changing positions, and Jim is actually looks like he's going into the pit lane. So I thought we'll see more battling, but we see another car slowly getting into the pits.
Yeah.
Let's see.
X-Crystal's doing pretty well here to get himself back into the points. Ace P8, but look at that.
I mean,
T-Easy has just run away on that second DRS straight.
yeah, he has quite a big advantage from the tires, so he has fresh mediums. But it looks like he's missing an end plate, the Ezreal. And also I want to point out that I was surprised that Aceboy is still keeping the gap closed to
Oh,
like
sorry,
3
Sonny.
and yeah.
Bejeluk is off. Just coming out of Castle. And he's
he
retired from the session.
retires.
On
I mean,
track as
the
well. Pretorius
The
will not
race
be
is
happy
still
about that.
long. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't give up, guys. I think there's plenty of drivers still in the session driving without the front wing, and they still want to continue to carry on with their strategy, and they are not giving up, hopefully scoring some points. And I think Aceboy is prime example. He is leading and he's driving without his end plates, so, and he's still pulling a gap, keeping it pretty consistent to definitely bot. I think the tire strategy might take place later on in the race when definitely bot starts catching up with the when he pits for mediums or softs later on. And let's see what else we have. Nico and XTXP, maybe we'll see a move there, because XTXP after the DRS zone came up quite close, and very minor lockup from him.
X-Crystals gets past T-Easy, so he's up to P6. He's looking pretty pacey on these hards. Yeah, P6, not bad, not bad, not bad. He's had a fair share of incidents in this race, but yeah, he's still in there, and Shaq is now no longer last.
Yeah,
Thanks to
incident. And we have XTXP crashing in the castle section, but he somehow managed to keep his wing alive there. So I have no idea how he did this. I think he hit the side of the wall with his tires and made the front wing alive. So very lucky for him.
Very, very lucky, yeah. Shaka in the pits there, so disregard what I said about him not being last. He is last again.
I think he's serving his penalty right now. So he had to drive through, keep that in mind.
Oh, yes, that's right. I mean, who gets a drive-through under the safety car? Come on, that's rookie stuff.
Yeah, I know, they really need to be...
Focus up. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, how can you do it? Imagine getting it twice in the race.
Hey, no, easy, easy.
Who could do that?
That's an achievement. I should get an achievement unlocked for that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, not many drivers can do that. I mean, doing it on purpose is one thing, but doing it intentionally is next level.
The first one I was mad at, the second one I just laughed. I was just like, alright.
Yeah, and we have, as we speak, GK closing to McLaren on the big straight, and he's already overtaking him even before the DRS zone. So but I think it didn't matter because Tiled pitted
Yeah.
even though he's on 3-hour lap hard, so I'm wondering if he had some kind of damage there.
Yeah, I see a front
And,
wing ready.
yeah.
Yep, he does have front wing change coming up. He's got
Yeah, at least he can go on mediums till the end from here.
and
Easy.
he was being held for 5 seconds as well there, so he just wants to get that penalty out of the way, get a new front wing on, and forget about the first 12 laps of this race.
Yeah, and this brings Shaka and Fortune Hunter a bit closer to sneaking in some points if they carry on with the race. And maybe if safety car can come out and help them out a bit. But
Shaka
still.
and Tild just comes out right beside Shaka, so it's going to be a drag race down to turn 3. I think Shaka's going to hold him off here. He's got DRS as
Shaka
well.
has DRS, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Shaka
a
locks up.
lockup almost hits the wall, so I mean he could take more space to the outside, but the Tilt has fresh tires.
It can catch you off guard, you know, when you have DRS and you're using overtake, and then you've got.
Oh yeah, exactly when you need to defend.
Yeah, you're not used to having that overspeed, and by the time you get to the corner, it's too late.
Yeah, but glad that he managed to keep his front wing alive, because it would be another disaster. And like meanwhile, what's happening at the front? Aceboy is slowly being caught by Definitely Bots, so he dropped like a half a second within a couple of last few laps. So I think with just few more laps we will see Aceboy pitting, or maybe Definitely Bot will catch him and get into his DRS. So I think Aceboy needs to plan his strategy now, so he doesn't give any advantage to Definitely Bot. And I can check that Aceboy can go. He started on soft, so he can go on any tires right now. Same goes for Definitely Bot.
Yeah, I think Definitely Bot could potentially go to the end on these tires and win this race. Definitely is an option, you know.
I mean, if I were him, I would say he can still pit again and just go on softs at the end, because everyone around him still needs to pit. Ignacio, he has 12 laps hard. Maybe Crystals can go till the end, but it still will be a challenge. So I think he can make the tire last, but he can just take it safe and pit for softs in like 7 laps. And we see Aceboy pitting. Yeah, keep in mind that he probably will get a new wing. You don't want to drive without an end plate. Yeah, and we see mechanics being ready for him.
Where will he come out? Will he come out ahead of Chris? I think he will, won't he? Oh, maybe not. Actually, it's going to be
close.
It will be close enough, yeah.
Maybe he'll be in between Crystals and Teziroglu, and they will build a DRS train. So it looks close. Oh, who will be ahead out of it? Yes, so it's Crystals who jumped out. But Aceboy has DRS. Maybe he'll want to catch right away. And Crystals actually is low on battery compared to Aceboy. So we might see a move done on the next straight. So Aceboy probably will have some time to warm up his tires and just deploy all of his battery on the straight.
Yes, this is the closest battle on track at the minute, but this race is far from over. I mean, we're just past the halfway point, but Definitely Bot looking pretty good out there in P1, but he does have he has a few guys nipping at his heels. But Definitely Bot has the upper hand. He can just choose a strategy to suit his own race here. He could stay out on these hards. If he's able to manage them to the end, he probably will get the race win.
Yeah, and I think he has this advantage that he can also see what others do before he pits, because he's on hard. So yeah, I think definitely he is the favorite for this one to take the win today. But I think it's still not clear the rest of the podium spots. So
yeah, XP is in the pits there, Sonny, and Ignacio as well follows him in on only on 14 lap old hards.
I mean, maybe he decided that he will want to go on mediums anyway till the end. I think it's 9 laps, so nothing challenging, and I think he could stretch it out and go for softs, but he had the oldest tires from all of the hard runners. Bit wide on the pit exit from Ignacio, but he's back in P7, so he jumped just ahead of Danny. And Danny has no battery to fight for this position despite having DRS, so Ignacio will score some points hopefully from now on.
Yeah, and XP just came out P5 right behind this battle between Ace Boy and X Crystal, so this is going to be an interesting one to watch, the Renault boys behind the Ferrari.
Yeah, so Aceboy and XTXP suddenly very close on track, and Aceboy is actually going on hard till the end, so he could consider pitting a bit earlier because... Oh, and as we speak, Fortune Hunter retires from the session in the pits. At least this won't bring out the safety car. I mean, I think some drivers would wish for the safety car right now.
Yeah, and some definitely are wishing it stays away. But Fortune Hunter not having much fortune today, unfortunately, in his debut race in Season 5. And it looks like XP is struggling to hold on to Ace Boys and X Crystal, which is a bit surprising given that he's on the best tire right now, out of the three of them.
I mean, Aceboy is just a quick boy, so it's quite difficult to stick to him, but maybe with the DRS he will be able to close the gap, but Aceboy also has a DRS, so we have a bit of the train, and Crystal needs to defend massively. He holds on for now, but I mean, Crystals can actually go to the end on these tires, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, he's only 10 laps to do, yeah, definitely can get 20 laps on these, I reckon. And definitely bought on those 12 lap old hards as well. There's still plenty of life in them as he's increasing the gap to Nico, 2.6 currently.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he will actually decide to go for softs, because if he pits, and remember that Nico still needs to pit also, I think he can still do it like pretty confidently if he goes on softs, so he has the advantage there. He did already 3 laps when we had a first safety car on soft, so I'm quite interested actually what his decision making will look like. And with Crystals holding up the pack, I think it only benefits definitely Bot and Nico.
Yeah, I think we're going to see an attempt of a move here as X Crystal's ERS is quite low, 33%, whereas Ace Boys has got 80%, so is he going to
He's already deploying.
Yeah, I think it's an XP has got a lot of ERS as well, but he's too far back to do anything. But is Ace Boy going to get a move done here? He's got DRS, overtake, and slipstream, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. It's going to be nip and tuck.
He would need to do a massive dive, which he doesn't. I think it's smart move to wait and hold on. Crystals won't have any battery for the next time that Aceboy tries that, so maybe he could even go for a move now, but he gets a kinda bad exit, so he's quite far away.
Oh, sorry,
he
Sonny.
Still goes.
Nico in P2 has had a big incident. I don't know if it's from wing damage. Let me see.
Yeah, and Aceboy makes the overtake as you say that, so he completed the overtake in second DRS zone, and Nico, I think he just had a spin, right? His front wing looks alright.
Yeah, I wonder if he's found he's just missed his breaking point and went into one of those wee alcove corners. But yeah, he's lost a bunch of time. These guys have 12.5 behind. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch him by the end of the race, but they certainly are working away at that interval time.
Yeah, and I think Nico with this spin, he lost like 5 seconds, and this will probably hurt him on the strategy, because when he pits, he will be in a heavy traffic and he will miss out on this DRS train that we see with 2 Renaults in, and when he leaves the pits, he will be behind them, so I think this will cost him any chance of getting the podium today. But I think Crystals, he still has something to say today, because remember that he in the quali started last. I mean, he didn't. Oh, we see a crash. So who is it?
GK, yeah. He's had
GK.
a big spin from wing damage, so we'll have to pit from that one. He's missing quite a significant chunk of his front wing, and there's a change of position up front as well. XP makes his way around X Crystals at turn 1, so I mean, X Crystals, this might actually be okay for him because these guys are on faster tires. If he's able to just hold on to their DRS and have them pull him to the front, it might work out for X Crystals at the end. He's currently P5, but let's see what he can do with this.
Yeah, he will also need to defend probably from Nico at the end. So the pit lane is quite short on this track. So when Nico pits, we will see maybe more battling. The podium is still not yet decided, I think. And yet the GK retires from session.
8 laps left then. So
And we have a safety car, so
oh no, what caused
safety
that?
car is out. I think it was GK retiring, and maybe he crashed again or retired on track because
Oh,
I don't
no.
see any cars being stationary. And I think definitely bots will definitely pit for
You know
softs.
what? You know
or
what I think he
mediums.
did? I think he crashed in the pit lane.
Oh, maybe.
I think he did.
Could-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shaka
so
is the first in the pits. He is currently
so-
last, but he's going to put on sauce. So this is one of those final stint shootouts that I love to watch. Really.
Oh,
it
oh,
brings-
never mind. Never mind. Go ahead. I thought there's McLaren crashed on the mini map. I mean Renault, but it is the safety car.
I think everybody's going
Shaka
to pit here, Sonny. What do you reckon? I think.
Yeah, I think everyone will go on softs, or most of the drivers. Even if you are Ace Boy or XTXP, you still want to go on softs because you want.
Oh,
I mean,
Ace Boy's staying
is
out.
not
Ace Boy is staying out, as is XTXP.
I think they will get smoked by the soft runners, but also this. Oh, the definitely bot keeps his position, so Ace Boy didn't gain anything from not pitting. If you look at it that way, I'm surprised Crystals didn't pit as well. He keeps his P4 and he has the oldest tires on the track, so we have a way different approach from the drivers. I'm surprised that all of the Ace Boy XTXP Crystals combination, the guys didn't pit, because I expected at least Crystals to pit. I think Ace Boy with Hearts, he will also have a challenge, and Crystals not pitting only helps him. And XTXP, I mean, he's on mediums, they can last till the end, but you want to fight on softs, they definitely in the last less than 8 laps after the safety car comes in.
Yeah.
This will be a sprint.
Yeah, for
to
the guys on softs, it's really, I mean, key to this final stint will be to make moves, Dick, because if they get held up by any of these guys on the harder tower compounds, it's going to cost them massively. Another factor as well is time penalties. We've seen a bunch of them throughout the race, so I don't know where that's going to put everyone on the final whenever they cross the line, but I really am interested in seeing what Shaq can do in P12 on these softs. I mean, it's his birthday and it's Baku, so
it's hammered. Let's check actually on the penalties, so just to be sure, so we can be more accurate. So definitely bot has 2 warnings, so he needs to be careful after the restart. Ace Boy with 1 warning, so he is quite safe. XTXP also 1 warning. Crystals, he has 3 warnings but no penalty, so probably these are warnings for the contact with other driver. We have Nico with 5-second penalty, which he didn't serve, so maybe he didn't, or maybe he served it in the pit lane, I'm not sure. Danny, no penalties, so I see some drivers with just few warnings, but no one in the top 10 with penalties.
Oh, do you see that, Sonny? X Crystal is actually pitting? What? I don't understand.
Oh, this is... I mean, he maybe realized his mistakes, that he will lose a lot of positions if he doesn't pit, but it's definitely too late of a call to go on softs when the safety car already... when almost everyone but Shaq caught up to the safety car.
That's terrible. I mean, I mean, if he was going to pit, he should have done it on the first lap of the safety car. But the second lap is devastating. It's put him in P11. But he
Yeah,
is
and
on softs. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how he does.
yes, he still needs to fight for his points. I think if he didn't pit, it would be also on the edge because he would have to make 21 laps on hards, I think, which is quite a lot, and it could be even in the puncture range. So yeah, I think, as you say, he should pit as soon as the safety car came out.
The Terror called it in chat. He said Ferrari strategy. Yes, I mean that's pretty much it. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
and
But maybe he knows something we don't. But I doubt it. I mean, P11 on softs. Oh, and he hits the wall. He hit the wall.
I was about to say that at least on this safety car we don't see anyone crashing and we don't see any 5 seconds penalties. And I'm wondering, do you think we will see a restart in this lap? Because Shaka is not caught up yet.
Yeah, he's trying to catch up, but they're still a wee bit away. I don't know. I think they will restart this lap. Yeah.
Okay.
I always find it very surprising though that the safety car goes so slow on the track, but sometimes it takes forever to catch it. I don't know. How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, he was quite far behind after having to pit again for the wing change, but he's almost there. So if the safety car will go in this lap, he might still catch up on the slower restart. And Shaka is... Maybe Shaka should consider deploying some battery to catch up. And we will see another lap actually.
Yeah, it's another lap under the safety car, so Shaq has joined up, just missing out on this lap for a restart, so...
Yeah, so we have the cars punching up again. So I think this will be a long one again. Back to the point when I said that this is quite a long track, and under the safety car the slow lap is even longer. It takes almost 2.5 minutes, I think, under the safety car.
And Terror's, he's, yeah, that's because you're so slow as well, Ocean. You're talking to the King of Monaco right now. Let's put that out there. Tier 27 into SRL.
I mean, you need to thank this position to me, because I was kind enough to
Yeah.
to lift and let you overtake me. I didn't want to be that guy to ruin the race for anyone.
This is true, man. Yep, I owe it all to you, Sonny. I will repay you back someday.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Just whenever you see me in a rear mirror, remember that you just need to lift and go to the side. Yeah, so Danny actually, if we take a look at the tires, he also didn't opt out to pit. And like as Crystals, he had old hearts. Jim is also same as well. So I think they will struggle a bit, but it doesn't mean that they will drop right away. As we've seen in the previous restart, I would say being safe and consistent is more important than what tire you have on. Do you agree?
Yeah, 100%, yeah. And he does have a bit of a buffer behind him, like Jimmy's is on the 11 lap old tires as well in P8, so... And then you got a bunch of medium guys in there with varying life left in those tires. So safety car is indeed in on this lap. Hopefully they learned from that first one how not to do a restart, and we can get a safe one underway without any carnage, maybe. Oh, and I was gonna say Nico dropped down to P5 there, but yeah, I think we're just running pretty tight here. But look how far back P4 is from XP. There's a massive gap here between P4 and
they're
P3.
slowing each other, so there might be some illegal overtake, I don't know. But we are almost restarting, so I think definitely Bot is already pushing. He used some battery. Aceboy is close behind him. And let's see.
Oh, XP loses it on the exit of turn 1, but oh, he's in the wall. He did hit the wall, or someone hit the wall. It
Oh,
was...
XTXP actually looks fine.
Oh, Danny,
No.
it was Danny hit the wall and he's missing a bit of front end plate for his
So a
trouble.
bit of carnage in behind. We have a very long queue, so I think the podium positions are probably given at this point if they keep it clean. But the rest of the field is really bunched up. We have Shaka fighting with Tails in behind, but other than that, very close racing all over the place.
Shaka gets past Till there and he's up to P11, so he's making his soft tires count for now. And it's crazy to
Definitely,
think
but
there's 3
already-
laps on those softs already, Sonny.
Yeah, and I think definitely, but already 2
Oh,
seconds
sorry,
ahead.
Sonny. Shaq's going up the inside of Jimmy. What a move. You would not normally see a move go on there, but he had such a great run. He just went for it, so it's full on Shaq attack right now as he's up to P10.
But he's back into points after driving alone in the back for so long. So definitely a birthday present from him, from GK, pulling out this safety car. So Shaka need to thank him for that.
Yeah. Oh, and we've got Mehmet TV on his teammate Danny here. Danny pulls over to the side. He's got that front wing damage. Lets X Crystal through as well. So Danny is falling down the ranks, and Shaka will be soon to.
Yeah, he will definitely get him on the straight. He's already overtaken him massively. Look at the speed through these corners. Definitely about sets the fastest lap, which is expected after you put it for the fresh tires with the low fuel. And we have Crystals right behind Mehmet. They are going side by side into turn 1. Let's see if they make it clean. Crystals slightly ahead and almost make it stick. They go side by side into the next corner, and he actually closes on the Mehmet TV.
Oh no!
Mehmet is
Oh,
in the
no.
wall and he retires, so Crystals didn't leave enough space to him, I think, from what I saw at least. And we see another crash, but yeah, let's look at the replay.
Yeah, I tried to make the replay work. It did not work, so let's not look at the replay. But my word, X Crystals is definitely going to get reported for that. He just didn't leave him enough room, and there is a bit of the wall that sticks out just marginally there. And Mehmet TV had nowhere to go at that point, and it was all over. Ignacio, 5-second penalty, severe collision with T-Easy. Shaka up to P8 though. So he is
He's
dropping.
gaining, and he can still probably gain after the race, but we'll leave it out to stewards to decide. I think Shaka managed to...
Shaka's out, Shaka is out. He goes straight
Oh, and
in.
the commentator Kirsch is real once again. As I said that he's gaining on his birthday, he hits the wall in the castle section.
Yeah, I got that on replay. Sorry, Shaq. I actually did get that on replay. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm watching
Sorry,
it.
not sorry.
And he pulls a Charles Leclerc. He's still P10. I'm wondering if Danny will catch him. I mean, Danny already pitted.
Shaq is saying, I'm so stupid right now. I shouldn't have had those beers before this race.
And we have Telt going into the main straight just behind Jimmy's. So we see another battle on track. Jimmy's slightly ahead, but let's see who will have the DRS here. I don't recall exactly. There are a few changes in the positions. Oh, the DRS is not enabled just yet, so they're going side by side into turn 1. Looks like Telt is ahead, so Jimmy's backs off from this one. He didn't want to do the same to happen again what happened to Mehmet TV, so he takes it like a man. He will probably try to get him at the last few laps. So this is the case with Baku, that if you are behind someone and there are just few laps left, you want to make the move stick on the last straight, because it's easy to lose position there if you are ahead of someone without the battery. So you need to take this tactical approach when overtaking someone with just few laps left, because you can make the make the move stick, but then lose it on the last lap, the last straight, which happens quite often on this track.
Yeah, indeed. And Ignacio Duce is he's in DRS range now. He's on these soft tires and caught up massively in XP. So I think we've got a move coming up here on the straight. As long as he can get a good exit from this final corner, and it looks like he did indeed.
I mean, let's look at the battery XTXP. They are pretty similar. They are both deploying. Yeah, I think if you are Ignacio right now, you want to hold on to do it on last lap. You want to get as close as possible right now, and then make the move at the to not give any fighting back chance to your opponent.
Yeah, 100%. You have to be very smart, like you say. Tactical approach pays off at this track for sure.
And Crystals is still fighting with Nico, so I think we'll see 1 or 2 battles till the end.
Yeah, Nico has no
He's already
DRS.
going on a move,
Oh.
so also squeezing him a little bit on the inside. And he leaves the room this time around, so brakes early. And Nico still needs to fight. Crystals has a tire advantage because remember he needed to pit again. I mean he pitted very late under the safety car. So he has the best tires out of everyone and he can definitely try to get one more position.
Yeah.
And Jimmy's actually dropped out of the DRS from tiled, so I'm wondering if he will be able to close to make this move that we are mentioning.
And Shaq is under a lot of attack here from Danny. Danny has got a fully...
Yeah, sorry, Ignacio is diving on the XTXP. They're going side by side into this jumping curb, and Ignacio made the move stick. So it was very close.
That's... I don't know if that's going to pay off here as they're on the start-finish straight. So XTXP is going to get DRS, I'd imagine. Is he too far back?
Maybe it will be not enough with the tire
I
difference.
don't know. He's looking pretty close right now without DRS, and DRS is not
Oh yeah,
active.
Ignacio doesn't have ERS. He's very low on battery. So, but I think if he overtakes him now, it's still fine. They will need to battle on the last lap of the race. So
and Nico as well gets past T easy. So Nico up to P5. X Crystal still P7 right now. But yeah, Ignacio, like you're saying, you have to be tactical, and that's one of those instances where Ignacio did not think that one out. I'm not sure how he got past XP, but he would have been better waiting just for another corner or two to get that sweet DRS. And
yeah, so I think we'll see the last straight plenty of battles and probably a photo finish or two.
oh, X Crystal is going up the inside of T Easy. Is he going to be able to go around this corner? I don't think so.
Oh, that goes
too
on the
wide.
outside of the next one. Oh, and makes the move stick. Look how close to the wall he was.
Wow.
That's some massive balls.
I think
from
that deserves a
Crystals.
replay. Let's get that replay from that working again.
Yeah, definitely. It was very risky to go so much close to the wall. But he somehow made it work, so kudos to him. I mean,
Yeah, Bajarn is in chat, and I don't think he was a victim of X Crystal, I believe, and he's not too happy with him.
I mean, he's cheering for him at this point. And we have, as we speak, definitely Bot is gonna finish the race in P1. Looks like Aceboy will keep his P2, and we still see a battle for podium position, but Ignacio is out of the DRS range, so he will probably not get the position right now. And also Crystals and Nico and Ezreal, they also don't have DRS, so the grid will probably stay as it is unless Tiled makes a move on Jimmy's. So this is the last battle that we see on track. Oh, Shaka is still fighting with Danny, so Shaka is ahead.
Oh, and he will have DRS, so is this going to be a points finish for the birthday boy?
Let's see.
He is missing some of the front wing, and he has to lift as he goes through the fast chicane, and that means the P10 position is running away for him.
He almost had it, so a bit unlucky.
Might get him penalties, so let's have a look. I wonder if Danny had any penalties.
Oh, maybe he jumped it, I didn't quite.
Oh, he did, he got P10, I can see it on his dash. It says P10 on his dash, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's changed, so he jumped Danny, and we have Crystals as the driver of the day. Do you agree with the choice?
I do not agree, and I think chat knows why, because he murdered at least 2 people out there today.
Yeah, I think he definitely scored some points, did a really nice overtake, but he also had some questionable driving that we'll probably have to take a look at after the game.
He definitely has blood on his hands at Baku, that man.
But who else would you pick? Because then I would say Nico and XTXP, they still gained a lot of positions. They defended quite well. They fought till the end.
Yeah, what does chat think about driver of the day? I mean, let's see. I mean, definitely bought. I mean, it seems like an easy choice. He got the strat right. He just stayed calm, cool, and collected as everybody else around him lost their minds. Yeah, Satoshi Sen bought for driver of the day. Ace Boys as well had a pretty good race. X Crystals, yeah, I mean, it was unfortunate those incidents, but I think that shouldn't take away from the fact that he had a very, very good race overall. Come from P18 to P5. So those points will definitely do him a lot of favors. I mean, I'll just go for an honorary mention for Shaq as driver of the day because P10, man, P10. And
Yeah,
the guy's drunk. It's his birthday.
don't drink and drive.
Yeah, there you go, kids. If anyone's watching, do not drink and drive. Yeah, so we can then switch over, I believe, to the interviews. Finally, have a look at Discord and see what's going on there. Chat saying, well, Danny is saying, I got P11 even though I have no penalty and finish ahead of Shaka. Actually, Danny, I had the exact same thing yesterday. I finished ahead of someone. I had no penalties. And then when the results came up, I was actually behind that guy. So, yeah, report that to the FIA and we will have a look at that. Tipsy Bob was drinking a Tropicana orange juice as he was driving home today. He is a rebel, confirmed. Shaka is coming for an interview. Just wait a bit. Oh, that'll be something to watch out for. I don't see anybody in the interview.
Yeah, message the drivers to jump into the voice channel if they want to discuss the race with us. And I think definitely Boto with this win will claim back his championship points lead. So good for him. There's still some battling going on between these guys, and they will probably battle it out till the end of the season. And I also want to point out, because earlier we had about bets about the amount of
Oh yes,
finishes. So
yes.
I think someone actually called 11 drivers. Was it Satoshi?
I might have been actually. Yeah, I think you might be right. I think you might be right. Yeah, you're probably asking the wrong person though. My memory is absolutely terrible. But we can certainly check that.
No worries, we'll get there.
We have Gurla who wasn't even in the race in Gentleman's Lounge. Will we bring Gurla in for an interview?
the crew chief?
Yeah, we'll pretend he won the race and we'll... Hey Gurla, you're on stream. How was that race for you, man? That was a great finish from you.
Yeah, great race. I'm happy for my win.
You were crew chiefing Shaq, I believe, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, Shaq, how's it going, birthday boy?
Man, that was intense, man. That was a fucking fun race, really.
Oh, that final stint, man. It was like full Shaq attack until that castle moment.
Yeah, man. I basically I ruined the race by myself, so it was just my mistake. But it was a lot of fun, anyways. You know, it's just after what was the first safety car. I was actually in a good position, fresh hearts, trying to go to the end, just behind the leaders. And then I just got caught in the incidents. I don't know what happened, but there was just a car across me, so I lost my full wing. Lost a lot of time going back to the pits. Obviously, then the pit for new wing and mediums, and well, mediums tried to make them to the end. I wasn't sure about that. But then after, I just kept making mistakes. So I got the drive-through penalty. Just didn't look. Like it's my mistake.
Yeah, there was some crazy driving there. It's the safety cars, like the incidents that cause the safety cars. Give us your take on those incidents, because I saw you got caught up in some of those quite badly.
Yeah, I got caught up, but I was a little bit too far to see what happened. I just saw cars all across. It's not such a wide track, so yeah, you don't have so much space, when a car is sideways, and then like if they don't go, basically you took them full on. So I don't know what caused the collision, but I just basically didn't have anywhere to go. So just bad luck, I would say.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then after that, my own mistakes cost me. That's all.
And you said you had a drink earlier. Do you think that impacted on your driving? You would have done better
for
without
sure,
it,
man,
or yeah? Okay.
for sure. I mean, for sure.
I think out of all the tracks you could possibly drink at, Baku is probably the worst one to do that.
Yeah, well, it's my birthday. I have to celebrate, So.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, I was hoping that you would get some champagne by the end of this race, but it's not to be today, man. Gerla, just while you're in here, like, what kind of information were you feeding to Shaka, and what advice were you giving them?
Well, I was just before the last safety car, we thought our race was over, and we were just trying to finish. And then with the last safety car, I saw there was a chance. Shaka pitted for softs, so it was looking good. But then, he kind of crashed in the castle section. So he finished P10, so it's not that bad. But yeah, the race from my point of view, I was trying to coordinate everyone's speed stops, and there was so many. I didn't know which tires to put them on because the tires were running out. I didn't know which tires they still had to put. So yeah, it was a bit hard to do.
Yeah, I know how it feels. Like as crew chief, you've sometimes got the weight of the race on your shoulders because you might make the wrong call and screw everything up. But yeah.
No, actually, he made the right calls. I just messed up by myself.
Hey, well, you got that P4 from yesterday to kind of like tide you over until the next race. But yeah, I mean, it was an interesting race from our point of view. Anything else you want to ask, Sonny?
No, I'm good. Just happy birthday, Shaka. Enjoy it till the end of the day. Have a good one.
I just want to say, I don't know which lap I saw on stream. Like I think there was a car upside down in the straight, so it's just a madness.
Yeah, McLaren, I saw that. Yeah, he was like sideways. Yeah. That was interesting, that part. I mean, that's one way to take that corner. I haven't tried that myself, but maybe that's the way to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll put you guys back in the Gentleman's Lounge. Thanks for joining us on the stream, and we'll see you at the next one.
Thank you.
Okay, see ya.
And we're going to bring in Fortune Hunter and give him a hard time.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's ask him. Fortune Hunter, why did you crash?
Spinala.
You are not driving Ferrari, mate.
Alright, what's the German version of Spinala?
I have no idea.
I don't speak German. I can speak a little bit of French.
Well, Fortune Hunter, I know we're having a joke there, saying, about the crash or whatever. But I mean, you haven't raced an SLR for a while now, and this is like your big debut race back in season 5. The way, like the crowd, like all the chat was all about Fortune Hunter. He's going to finish P1 easy. This is easy for him. He'll not even...
I don't believe you, first off, and if that is the case, then
we were hyping you up big time. You don't even belong in this tier. What are you doing here? You're gonna easily cream everybody. And then I was like, what's going on here in qualifying? Why are you on mediums? And just can I ask? Did you practice for this?
Yeah, I practiced for this. My plan was to go mediums to hard, but I didn't know that the harder strat only gave friggin' one set of mediums and no sets of hards.
Well, here,
it changed.
The first
Why
question
would you
was...
want to do the lap on hards then?
I didn't have a lap. I didn't have a set of hards. I went on the harder set of harder strat, and it still only gave me 3 sets of softs and 1 set of mediums for qualifying.
Oh yeah, I understand now.
Yeah, so I would have gone out on hards.
Yeah, the first question was, did you practice for this? And the second question was, did you practice for this in qualifying? Because
qualifying, not really.
No, because it looked like that. It looked like that you were just going right. I haven't practiced at all for this. I'm gonna just put on a set of mediums and do a bunch of laps and hopefully learn how to race at this track?
Well, no, I knew how to race at the track. I knew sort of the braking points. I needed a bit more work on that. That was my big problem. But as for qualifying, I didn't really practice that because I didn't really care. I wasn't looking to get into pole or anything like that. I was looking to start at the back because I know how Baku is, as we all just saw.
Well, I think it's clear to everybody that you don't belong in tier 4. That we need to create a tier 5 for you.
Awesome. Just leave it for me.
No,
Nobody else.
I'll be there too because I want.
Oh, good. So I'll be able to win anyway.
Hey, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Have you not seen my recent performances?
Oh, I have.
Are you not mind blown? Like I've ascended to the alien rank now.
My mind was blown, but not through ascension. I'll say that much.
Okay. Well, I mean, are you back for good then, or are you just dipping in and out?
Dipping in and out more so. I want to get back in more permanently, but not looking for an F1 seat at the moment.
Yeah, I think what the issue was today was you didn't have a crew chief, or you didn't have a good, you didn't have me chiefing you, because, I mean, it was on the plate. It was right there in front of you. It was like a big, chunk of gammon. It's fresh bit of gammon for
I was
you
doing
there.
well until that turn 2 spin out that I had middle of the race. I don't even know. I'm honestly blaming my poor performance in the race on just how exhausted I am, because my friggin' dog woke me up so early in the morning. I was like, I'm not in the mood.
Yeah, focus is definitely key for this track and Monaco. Definitely need to get the coffee in you before these races.
Coffee doesn't work well for me. It makes me more tired, actually, funny enough.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm weird.
you need to go on to harder drugs then. So
Yeah, I'll make sure to get some hardcore methamphetamines for next time, guys.
yeah.
Don't worry, I'll be stocked up next time.
Just inject them into your eyeballs and it'll be grand.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, EGL does definitely not endorse the use of drugs of any kind. I should just put that out now, the disclaimer.
No, not at all. But Ocean Chief does, and his brand.
Yeah. More on that later. Right. Well, Fortune Hunter, it was good to see you back on track. It was indeed. You haven't been on track for a while, so it was good to see you on track once more. Hopefully, you'll be back again in future races, and we'll see a better performance. Because we know that we're joking here, but we know that you are actually a pretty fast guy whenever you get up to speed. So, looking forward to seeing how you're doing. I mean, there is a tier 3 race tomorrow. I don't know if you're available for that, but no. I wouldn't mind some easy competition.
You'll get it because I can't race. So.
Damn it. Okay. Right. Well, no worries. Well, I'm gonna move you out of chat. Thanks for joining us in the commentary booth. We shall speak to you soon, I'm sure.
Glad to be back.
And that was Miss Fortune Hunter. Sonny, any final thoughts for the stream?
Final thoughts. I mean, this track brings a lot of carnage, so I think the drivers from other tiers watching just make some notes before your races, and you yourself, Chief, included.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting, Baku, all the safety cars, because you never know what the right strategy is until the very end of the race. And you go, oh, if only I had done this strategy, or, because the safety car can come out at any point, as we saw again in today's race. But I think as we go through the week, we're going to see less and less safety cars, less and less incidents. That tends to be how it goes. Tier 3 should be interesting tomorrow. I'll be driving on track for that one. Sonny is on track in Tier 2 on Friday. And yeah, I have a message for Danico. He is in a lot of trouble. I'll just say that. A very ominous warning there. But Danny, if you're listening, you're in a lot of trouble, okay? We're going to have words after this stream. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. And as I say, we'll be back tomorrow for Tier 3. You'll see me on track with my teammate Mossy trying to finally get some points in Tier 3. I went from Tier 1 racing, where I wasn't getting many points, to Tier 3, where I'm still not getting any points. So it's a tough crowd, but hopefully tomorrow is the one I can get some points on the table for Red Bull. And Tier 2, I'm very much looking forward to. Sunny, Gurla, you've got a bunch of very, very fast drivers in that tier, not to mention Wimpy. And of course, Tier 1 is on Saturdays. We're back to SRL on Sunday for Tier 2 and Tier 1. So keep your eyes peeled. We have a lot of action up ahead. And we will catch you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye bye.